Come on. Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lions TV and welcome to a Q&A live stream. Of course, you guys, with some crazy developments that have happened today, honestly, from highs to lows. I thought that I needed to bring out a Q&A live stream. I knew that a lot of people would have a lot of questions they wanted answered. And you guys have the opportunity now to have, your questions answered by me in regards to things that are happening right now. So, yeah, you guys, you know what the deal is. Unfortunately, because I get so many people, I'm not always able to answer every single person's question. So, if you do want to support the channel or if you just want your question standing out from other people's, send a super chat. And I think I've got a previous one already. I think someone actually sent one beforehand. So, CFC Anuj. Hey man, you good? Your question is, Hazard Sarri excited for next season? Can't wait. Yeah, I'm 1000% excited for next season. I mean, this is it. You guys will be playing beautiful football. And we've got Jorginho, one of the best midfielders in Europe as well. And this guy is going to be the future of our midfield because when you sign such a niche player like this, you have to drastically change everything you do in terms of how you play as a team. And this is the type of revolution, not even evolution maybe. No, I say revolution because it's something completely new. This is the revolution that we have needed, and I think Jorginho does represent that. And I mean, great. I mean, this guy is a fantastic player. I've really enjoyed trying to study him and understand this game even more. And I mean, oh, good lords, you guys. Jorginho, this guy is such a don too. I mean, he's such a funny character. He's so jokes as well. He's going to fit in very nicely with the team. And yeah, honestly, you guys, when I release a player analysis video, you are going to be very pleased with that. But yeah, moving on to any other questions. Let me answer some. I mean, already it's just getting hard to see. Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey. I can't even like say hi to individual people. I'm getting so many chats right now. It's kind of mad. Will Rayner, yeah, I just saw you, and yeah. Okay, what other questions are there to answer? Leg, is Higuain coming? Now, you guys, I like to be very transparent. I'm not really about, chasing no clout. Even when people assume that I've broken a story, I'm like, yo, I haven't broken it. This came from the source. And most times when I'm not breaking a story, you guys, I mean, I make it very clear. Like, I put exclusive if I got something exclusive. If I don't, then I'm just citing the reporters or the articles. And you guys, you see it behind me in the green screen. But when it comes to Higuain, I don't know anything about the situation. Of course, I'm not at that level yet, but I know every single thing happening at the club. Hopefully, God willing, one day, that'll be the dream, of course. I don't know anything happening with Higuain. That's just purely everything coming out from the Italian media and the Italian press. That's why you're not really seeing any of the English papers really talking about a Higuain move. Now, I can see why logically it could make sense. And now with Ronaldo signing for Juventus, they've worked together before previously at Napoli. Higuain had his best personal season under Sarri as well. But that'll be interesting. And something that tells me it's going to come down to whether one of the strikers does leave the club. So I think if we see a striker being sold soon, that's going to give us an idea in terms of maybe a Higuain or another striker coming in. Okay, other questions to answer. Yeah, I've got so many today. Like, it's actually a crazy amount of questions. I can't. It's like there's so many coming through. It's like literally a blur. It's hard to just even spot one. Okay. Ollie Glanville. Yes, Ollie. Higuain's agent and Juventus desperate to sell. I mean, I can imagine Juventus just signed Ronaldo for stupid amounts of money. He's on incredible wages as well. So yeah, it makes sense that they need to raise some of that capital back. Ollie Cross, Nini, are you happy Tebow is leaving? You know what? I wouldn't say happy because it's weird. Obviously, we've watched this guy play for our club for how long? So he has become kind of like synonymous with us when it comes to, keepers, of course. I understand it from family reasons, of course, seeing his kids. You're missing very vital years. And it's just like, you got to see it like this. I mean, imagine you've got kids, you're not really seeing them as frequent. It makes your future relationship with them pretty different. I mean, of course, can your kids fully trust you if they're not constantly seeing you all the time? And of course, it's a big boy decision by Courtois. Yeah, he's earning a lot of money at Chelsea. Environment's very easy as well. And of course, to give that all up, to obviously, which is the right decision in my opinion for his family, is good. The reason why I'm not super upset is that Alisson as a replacement, maybe this could be that silver lining for Sarri in a sense, because Alisson in goal is going to be much more complementary to Sarri ball compared to Courtois. I mean, when Reina was playing at Napoli under Sarri, of course, Reina's fantastic with passing out from the back. Courtois can't really do that. That is not his game at all. You know, Courtois is like Oblak in a sense where, you know, you're not having them in goal for their distribution. Let's be serious. But with someone like Alisson, who's one of the best passers, you know, for goalkeepers in the world, I mean, this guy, when it comes to attacking transitions, is going to help us even more. And I think that with how we're going to be playing, it's not even going to be just down to saves. You know, it's going to be about how the goalkeeper plays with the ball. On top of that, I just think maybe, you know what I mean, you guys, I'm always talking and going on about things like, you know, micromanaging and tweaking the squads to try and get like 100%. Like, it's, you know, to make it simpler to understand. Obviously, when you play FIFA, you've got your chemistry. You're trying to get 100% chemistry. Now, for me, when you've got someone like Alisson in goal over Courtois in a Sarri system, to me, that's getting you closer to getting that 100% chemistry. And teams that do have that type of chemistry together, that's when you start to see special things. So, you know what? Of course, he's been a very good player for us. But if Alisson's going to be the guy to replace him, it's not too deep in my opinion, if you know what I mean. Other questions to answer? Yes, thank you, Mark Kinser. Appreciate that. Vasalco coming to Chelsea, good addition in my opinion. Well, that's the thing. I don't know anything about Vasalco personally. Of course, he's someone that is getting a lot of attention now. Of course, I know Napoli were interested, but reports are saying that Zappacosta looks like he could be going to Napoli as a replacement. I don't know what's been happening with Inter Milan at this moment in time, but Vasalco, I mean, he's a good player. I mean, he's been very good for Croatia. I think he's been one of the better performing fullbacks of this World Cup campaign. And I don't know, it's kind of weird that Atleti would try to sell him because Juan Fran isn't getting any younger. And Visaka was playing more as the season was ending last year. So could this potentially be him trying to get a better contract? Or does he want to move? Does he want to leave Atletico Madrid? Maybe he doesn't like it in Spain as much. I'm not too sure right now, but I don't know. I guess Visaka makes sense. Actually, to be honest, no, it doesn't make any sense why we would target a right back. I'm sorry, we've got Moses, and you can have Aspilicueta pushing out wide when he needs to. So no, we'll be using a back four system. So I don't think we need to waste our time with a right back. So for me, I'm not really taking too much credence when it comes to that report, to be honest. But at the same time, he is a good player. But, you know, someone like that is only being signed if someone else is leaving, in my opinion. Other questions to answer. You guys, I'm not trying to sound like a prick or trying to sound cheeky or nothing, but if you want your question prioritized, obviously, Super Chat function's there. Only £1 or 50p if you want nothing crazy. Because I feel like I'm going to be letting down a lot of people because I've got so many questions coming in. It's kind of mad. Let me... I think I've got another Super Chat. CFC Anuj, what is happening with Hazard? Now, that is a very interesting thing. I'm going to tell you guys this. Obviously, I was trying to plan... I was planning to release a transfer daily beforehand, but if you guys don't know where I was today, I was... doing like an event. So basically Budweiser, the beer company, they must have hired out like a boat in London, and obviously everyone was watching the England game on this boat. You know, there was a lot of the public there. It was kind of like a party boat in a sense, you know what I mean? And I had to like obviously film some stuff in regards to, you know, the World Cup campaign and, you know, some shit for Budweiser, whatever. And yeah, that I've literally just came back like maybe 15 minutes ago. So I've been out the whole day. So I wasn't able to release the transfer daily because obviously I heard things with Hazard. Now, Hazard's comments literally came out straight after the game. And of course, you know, with things like this, there's always a possibility that you're going to hear some conflicting stuff, you know what I mean? Because it can just be as simple as having a change of heart. And of course, we're human. You know, we wake up one day, we think this. We wake up the next day, we think that. All I have to say to Hazard is, number one, if Chelsea aren't getting that 200 million, you know what I mean? They're not getting 200 million. They're not going to allow no clubs to pay us over 4 or 5 years for Hazard. Of course not. I'll tell you guys this. One thing I was able to find out too was about Barcelona interest in Hazard. Now, they did actually make an inquiry about him. Chelsea slapped on, I can't remember if it was 200 million or a 300 million fee on Hazard. Of course, me personally, I think he has been the best player in the World Cup in an individual aspects. That just increases his market value. And obviously, Barcelona then tried to offer Chelsea a deal where, what if we paid him off over 10 years? 10 whole years, they're going to try and pay off that money. That's stupid. Joe Gordon, no way is Chelsea going to allow that to happen. So that was just a waste of time from Barcelona. But, you know, Chelsea is serious. Anyone that wants to sign Hazard, cough up that 200 million. If Neymar can go for an amount like that, Hazard can easily go for a similar amount. And it's going to come down to Real Madrid. Now, at the same time, I'm hearing too that they are actually talking to Neymar. But at the same time, that's just a current development. That can easily change. Let's say next week from now, they find out, actually, you know what, it is pretty impossible to sign Neymar from Paris Saint-Germain. The season's about to end. We've got no replacement for Ronaldo. There's no way we can allow it to happen. Let's try and focus all our attentions to Eden Hazard. Who knows if that could be a possibility. But at the same time, Sarri's here as well. I mean, it is annoying, obviously, the World Cup being over for Hazard. He is going to be on a holiday for a bit. So it's not as if he can go straight back to Chelsea and start training for pre-season. Maybe that could make a difference. The reports that Christoph said as well, that Dries Mertens was speaking to Hazard a lot in regards to selling, you know, like talking about Sarri, telling him how amazing Sarri is to work under, how great of a coach he is. And of course, you know, it did get Hazard very interested as well. But from these reports that came out from Hazard, it seems like, you know, he's just personally said it. He's basically saying that I probably would like to play for Real Madrid. I don't think he's going to force it. And he said that, well, if they pay the money, then we'll see what happens. And if Chelsea obviously let me go. So what he means by that is, if Real Madrid's, me and my dad, we've spoken to them how many times, if they're really serious about me, cough up the money. You know Chelsea want probably 200, 300 million for me. If you're serious about taking me, cough up the money, Chelsea will agree to it and we can get it rolling. It's going to come down to Real Madrid because something tells me, you know, they're going to start to pursue Neymar first. And one of the main reasons as to why I say that is, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo now. There's certain, you know, for me, I think Real Madrid are like probably the only club in the world that can spend crazy money on certain players like Ronaldo's and Neymar's because, you know, look at the brand that Real Madrid is. They're one of the biggest, probably the biggest football brand out there. The commercial deals, look at all the shit that Ronaldo was earning through commercial activities. He's the cover star of FIFA, the cover star of this, that. All his image rights as well. In a way, Madrid are making money from him. Look at the shirts that get sold. Imagine 1 million shirts with Ronaldo's name get sold on the back. How many hundreds of millions coming in from that? Now, this is the thing. Eden Hazard doesn't command that same type of market value worth. Let's be serious. I mean, Eden Hazard doesn't have that same type of brand appeal. His image rights aren't anywhere near the level of Ronaldo. So for Real Madrid to spend a crazy amount of money like that, let's say it was 200 million for Hazard, it's going to be harder for them to get that money back. Now, if it's Neymar, it becomes much more affordable and it becomes an investment for Real Madrid because Neymar probably is up there with guys, I mean, not exactly the same as Ronaldo, it's like the most marketable guy. Second is probably Messi, and I think probably third is Neymar in terms of, I mean, this guy's a king in Brazil and all over South America. All the deals with Nike as well. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So, for me personally, he's the type of guy that Real Madrid would sign. And, you know, as I keep saying, let's not forget, as when Neymar was a kid playing for Santos, teenager, he was liaising with Real Madrid a lot. You know, Madrid were trying to sign this guy. Of course, you know, you can't leave Brazil until you're 18. Madrid were trying to get deals sorted. But they were obviously just like looking after Neymar nicely because they were thinking, well, when this guy gets to a certain age, we want him to come straight to Real Madrid. Obviously, Neymar was on it, but then he had a change of heart to move to Barcelona. And you guys, this happens all the time. Remember, you know, players are humans. Their opinions on shit are going to change, you know. One thing I might hear a week ago, the player could wake up next day and be like, I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's fake news or it's bullshit. It just means that maybe, I don't know, maybe I should say it quicker, or you know what I mean. But that's the thing though. I can't imagine Madrid spending that type of money on Hazard. So unfortunately for Hazard, you might have to just suck it up and shut up in a sense, you know. Do I feel bad for him? Of course not. I think with Hazard, I think he'll get over it very quickly once he works under Sarri for a bit. Of course, when he's playing attacking football, playing in a new role, etc., etc. I think that he'll quickly, you know, I wouldn't say get back to common sense, but I think he'll quickly become okay with the idea of staying at Chelsea. So I kind of feel that's going to be what happens in the end. I don't know. I just can't imagine Madrid spending 200 million on a Hazard over someone like Neymar. You know what I mean? So that's my thoughts and opinions on it. I know a very long answer, very detailed. You guys know how I do it, but I think that's like everything on Hazard right now. But again, thank you for that super chat, man. Okay, other questions to answer. Boom. Okay, Francis, shouldn't we just get Chaloba back? He's played under Sarri. Yeah, Chaloba, you know, he would be sick playing at Chelsea again, wouldn't he? Let's be serious. Obviously, I think he's a great player. So, yeah, Chaloba, he's a sick guy. That's all I can say. He's a sick guy. Orlando Brown, do you think it's worth losing Morata? Honestly, if Morata wants to go, he'll tell the club, and then whatever club agrees to Chelsea's value for him, that's going to be the case. And shit, you guys, I've got more than 900 people on my live stream. I just looked at the stats. I've never had this amount of people on before at all, so it's kind of crazy, not going to lie. Marcelo Gonzalez, please, Nini, what's happening with Hazard? Yep, oh, oops, yep, literally just answered it. Okay. Okay, yeah, CFC Anuj, I answered it, man. I've literally been speaking about Hazard for like 5 minutes. Okay, Joanna Drazik, Nini, I tweeted you an official statement by Real Madrid saying they have no intent to bid, but you never know. But again, you guys, as I was saying in my explanation, it doesn't make any business sense for Real Madrid to spend that amount of money on a Hazard. If you spend that amount of money on someone like Neymar, then yeah, I understand. Even if you spent close to that amount on a Pogba, yeah, I understand, because these guys are worth a lot when it comes to their image rights. You know what I mean? Madrid make money from that. Madrid can't sell 1 million shirts with Hazard's name on, even though he's a world-class player. But Madrid can easily sell more than 1 million shirts with Neymar's name on the back, and that's how they make their money back. And this is why they're so fucking powerful. Warren Pam, hey Warren. To be honest, Hazard was brutally honest. Yep, exactly. But there is some undertone in his remarks. Yep. Leg back Shuai. I don't know what's happening with him just yet. Currently, I mean, you guys, the news I gave you was pretty old. I mean, let's be serious. I can't imagine it's still standing to the same level. Let's be serious. Like, it's a transfer window. Things will be moving on very quickly. Sean Kenner, any update on Martial, Nini? The only update I can say on Martial is that there have been some type of preliminary talks. That doesn't mean like, but it's not the same talks as if like, you know, talking to Jorginho to get a deal sorted. But I was told that Martial's agent was speaking to a few clubs to try and get a feel of, you know, what's like the right club for Martial. And like, even though Martial does like Chelsea, you guys, I said it in my video, but I mean, there's more stuff when it comes to the deal. You know, it does come down to Man United as well. So again, it's about finding the right time to talk about it, you guys. I mean, sometimes when people say to me, why don't I just do a video on something that I hear straight away? I mean, it's not as simple as that. I mean, there's a few reasons. Number one, I'm working on Sarri stuff, so that's got my attention right now. And number two, you guys, you know, with how YouTube is, let's say, for example, I don't know, let's say, for example, yeah, Isco was being linked with Chelsea, and I was hearing this news, and I brought it out to you. Now, the thing is, and it does sound kind of cynical, I know, but if no one's talking about Isco on the day or during that week, no one's searching for Isco on YouTube, you know what I mean? So yeah, I can put that shit there, but the thing is, the majority of people that are going to see that video is going to be much smaller compared to releasing it closer to when obviously there's some traction behind Isco, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, you know, obviously I do want to try and make this a career. I've got to try and pick the right moments. I mean, it takes me a long time to make these videos, so I don't want it to go to waste sometimes. You know, I've done this shit a few times, and it's just like most people don't even hear the news or they forget about it, you know? GG Blue, Nini, do you think Hazard will put in a transfer request? It doesn't matter if he does, because if no club is paying 200 million for Hazard, he can do whatever he wants, literally. So that's not happening. Chelsea will be very strict. If you want Hazard, you pay this money. If you ain't paying this money, you ain't getting him. Hazard will easily get over it. It's not that deep because number one, I'll tell you that I think a 5-year contract has been offered to him. It is more than 300,000 a week. Sarri's at the club as well. He'll be playing football. Hazard will forget about it in a month. I'm telling you. So, okay. Young Gods Chris. What a name. Thanks, bro. Should Chelsea take a chance on Lafont? Well, probably not anymore, of course. I think Fiorentina, have they signed him? Or are they close to signing him? So I don't think it's even worth talking about now. If I'm Lafont, to be honest, I think it's a very smart move, if I'm being serious. I think Fiorentina used to have this great French keeper called Sebastian Frey. Yeah, I think Fiorentina are that right type of club where, they use a lot of youth. They play decent football. And actually, no, they play pretty attractive football. And Lafont's a teenager. I mean, to be honest, playing for a club like Chelsea right now might not be the best thing. Are you necessarily going to get that game time? Probably not. Going to Fiorentina, staying there for a few years before moving on is the smartest thing to do, in my opinion. And you guys, I'm literally 35 people away from 1,000 views live right now, which is crazy. Okay, what do you think about Didier Drogba? I think the guy's a legend. He's a king. And I hope he comes back to the club to have some type of footballing capacity. I'm being serious. My dream is for guys like Terry, Lampard, Drogba, Ballack to all have roles and to all lead us in the future, to be honest. Clifford, Nini, if I had you confidence, I would have lost my virginity ages ago. If you had my confidence, what makes you think I'm super confident? Yeah, that's the first time. Exit saying, apparently next week we will sign Regani, Golovin, Higuain, and Alisson. Here's the thing: when it comes to all this stuff, a lot of it is from the Italian media. As I said, you guys, I don't try to pretend to clear I know every single thing. When I hear stuff, I'm going to tell you guys that's how it is. But a lot of people, I think they expect a bit too much from me. Now, it's nice because obviously it tells me that they rate what I do, which is good. Hopefully I can do it on a better scale in the future. I mean, if you guys think about it, I've only done YouTube for only 2 years, you know what I mean? And really this summer was the first time I was properly breaking news and announcing stuff, So I like to get better at it in the future. But as I said, I like to be transparent. I don't know every single thing happening right now. So that means that I don't know news with every single player. I don't know news with this and that. But yeah, hopefully I can just obviously get some more connects in that. Okay, CFC Ash, who else do you think Chelsea will sign? Well, again, Golovin, he looks likely. Rugani, from what I'm hearing in the press. Obviously, Alisson, that's looking pretty likely too with Courtois leaving. It's interesting times. Cali Golds. Shit, I think I just missed it. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Any super chats? Okay, Lalit. In case Hazard does leave, who would you buy? I mean, who could really replace him? I think Martial, but I mean, I'd rather use Martial as a number 9. So I can't even use Martial in that equation. I think with Sarri ball, you got to realise Sarri likes the guy on the left to be like a playmaker and a finisher at the same time. Now, Martial isn't a playmaker. He's more of a direct threat. And I'm just looking at who could really fulfill that role. I don't know. I think maybe Isco. But then the thing is, does he really have that type of pace? I'm not too sure. I'm trying to think who on the left-hand side. I mean, Neymar. Wouldn't that be sick? The money we got from him went back into Neymar. I mean, probably not. That wouldn't happen. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, it's a tricky one. I mean, what even worse came to worse? He used Willie on the left in his best position, and he just signed a top-class player on the right-hand side. So we have like the equivalent of a Hazard on the right-hand side. Who knows? I'm trying to think. In the market today, like who are really like the top world-class elite wide players? They aren't really there, and the ones that are around are playing for big teams, and they're not going to be moving. So again, I'm not trying to think too much about Hazard. For my honest opinion, I kind of see it like this too. Yeah, Hazard probably does want to sign for Madrid. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think it will, unless Madrid spend 200 million or something crazy. Or unless they offer a ridiculous deal where they're offering X amount of players, plus this, plus that. I don't see it happening any other way. As Hazard himself has stated, it depends if Chelsea allow me to go, which is basically saying if a club pays Chelsea's asking price, then yes, I do know that I'll be allowed to go. I can't see a club doing that, especially Madrid. I mean, Barca got put off hearing 200 million. They weren't paying that. And Madrid, as I keep saying, you guys, Hazard doesn't have that market power where he can sell 1 million shirts with his name on. Madrid love those types of players. And you guys literally one more person away from 1,000 consecutive views, which is mad. Someone out there. Okay, now I've just lost some. Okay, you guys are snakes. Alright, I missed the super chat. Honestly, you know what? I keep refreshing my super chat button and I don't know. Yes, Young God Chris, thanks bro. Okay, Young God Chris, thoughts on Hudson-Odoi's chances and future. Oh, damn it, you guys. Damn it. This is the annoying thing because, of course, I am hearing things, but it's just finding the right time to make a video. There's been so much shit happening right now. Of course, we just signed Jorginho and Sarri. Got all these videos coming too. And it's just like, really, if I was to release a Hudson-Odoi video, I mean, no one's really going to care. You know what I mean? I mean, here's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that, obviously, Derby want to try and sign him. And obviously the reports that Monaco were looking to sign him were true. But it's looking like Hudson-Odoi could be going out on loan. But you guys, all of this can change, of course, because Sarri will be taking the first training sessions on a Monday. He will be seeing some of these guys up front. Who knows if he has some different thoughts and opinions once he sees these guys playing up front. Because remember, the quality of play at Chelsea is, over the whole squad is stronger than Napoli's. Yeah, Napoli had like a handful of, like maybe one or two world-class players, a handful of top-class players. But at Chelsea, the quality is much higher from an individual player level. So maybe Sarri could easily change his minds. But to be honest, I would like Hudson-Odoi to stay. We're going to be in the Europa League. You guys, honestly, during the group stages and that, it's literally going to be like a waste of time in a sense because it's going to be so easy. You know what I mean? It's going to be so easy. We'll be playing against very weak teams. It's going to be impossible that we don't qualify, if I'm being serious. Okay, Francis, Nini, this is Fabrice from Congo. Hey man, you good? What about selling Hazard and buying Leon Bailey and moving Willian to the left? Now, here's the thing though. If we're targeting Leon Bailey already, that tells me that, well, we don't need to sell a player to target him. You know what I mean? So this is where it makes it tricky because the players we're targeting didn't depend on someone like a Hazard leaving. And let's say hypothetically Hazard does go hypothetically, who's really replacing him? Which I can't really understand who could do it on the same level. I mean, really, the only guy that could really replace Hazard is Neymar. But then this guy, he ain't going to be leaving. I'm looking on the left-hand side, who could really do something? I mean, Balde Keita from Monaco. I mean, he's a good player. He's an interesting one. Could work in a Sarri system, who's doing very nicely at Lazio. Inside forward that does get goals. But at the same time, it's not the same thing, is it? He's not anywhere near that Hazard level of quality. As I keep telling you guys, Hazard is a 2-in-1 player. He's a playmaker and he's a finisher as well. You can't really replace it. J Mojo, honestly, I do rate your persistence. The 4th account you've made, I missed you too, man. Okay, only CFC. Let's get this to 1K viewers. I just did, so thank you to you guys for doing that. Kwame, my guy, please don't beg Nini to be mod again. Okay. Anthony McDonald. Insigne seems very good. Insigne, but here's the thing, you guys. Obviously, we told Napoli that we're not going to be looking to sign any of their players. So that rules us out for an Insigne. Even at the same time, even though Insigne does complement a Sarri system, he's not on that Hazard level. But someone like an Insigne, I mean, maybe this could be an interesting video. Let's say like a hypothetical discussion video. If Hazard did leave, who are the 5 players that could do a job? I'm not going to be saying shit like Martial and Bailey, because Martial to me is more direct. He doesn't really have that 2-in-1 ability of being a playmaker at the same time. You know what I mean? So that, I'm going to do it more in depth and properly, Bailey as well. Bailey isn't a 2-on-1 player. Bailey is a direct threat. He's like a Robin in a way, where he's very direct on goal and he's going to look to shoot. There's not really, Insigne is Hazard-esque in terms of how he plays. Who else? I'm trying to think who else is there. I think Neymar as well is maybe on that same type of playing style. I mean, probably the only one I can think of would be Dembele from Barcelona. I mean, that's probably the only one I feel could have possibly have the potential to be near that Hazard level or on the same level as Hazard in the future. Dembele is a very creative player. I mean, again, when he was at Dortmund, the guy got 20 assists in the season and he gets goals and he could learn to get more goals as well. So really for me, and especially with Dembele playing in his best position on the left where he can cut inside to shoot more, I personally feel if Hazard ever did go, I think Dembele from Barcelona is the only guy we could sign really that has that potential to be on near the same level. I mean, I like to say Masunda. Again, we know it's not going to happen. Even though stylistically, Masunda is a creator and he can get goals as well. But I don't think Chelsea will be brave enough to try that route. I think Dembele from Barca is the only guy, to be honest. You guys in the comment section below, let me know what you think on that. Quincy Promes, again, he's more of a direct threat. Even Perisic, no way. People complain about Willian. I mean, Perisic, please, Willian's better than Perisic. So, no way would I want Perisic on the left. Okay. I think Sarri's player development over 3 seasons, I think so too. Nini, that is from Nicholas Jacobson Nini. Chelsea needs to offload some players like Drinkwater. You guys, it's going to be coming. Let's be serious now. Look how... I can't even say you guys were patient because everyone was just demanding Sarri every single day. So to be honest, I'm not going to tell you to be patient when it comes to transfers and players leaving. But really, you know what? You need to be patient. Come on, we just announced Jorginho and Sarri today. What did I keep telling you? To be positive. It's going to be a great season, especially in terms of what's going to be happening in the transfer market. Now, of course, no one expected Jorginho. And that's the beauty of how this shit changes all the time in football, you guys. Sarri was someone that was being looked into way more at the time. Jorginho was only a recent development. And I think he was a recent development of the past 15, 16 days. Obviously, City agreed a fee back then. And that's when Chelsea's interest started to come into play. So, in a way, maybe we got a player slightly better than Sarri. So, this is what I mean. This shit changes. Chelsea went to Nice. So they spoke to their player, spoke to his representative, done all of that stuff they needed to do. They found out they could get a player that was better than him on the market. And we signed him. So, this is what I mean. I don't want to see Adama Traore. No way. Adama Traore to replace Hazard? Come on, bro. Come on. Adama, unless, I don't know, he'd have to do a lot in his career to be on that level to play for Chelsea. But, nah, I mean, no way you signing someone from the Championship, man. No way. Dybala. Dybala's more of a forward, though. You know what I mean? I think, obviously, we saw what Mertens did at Napoli. You got to see Dybala in that sense. You're not going to use Dybala on the right or on the left-hand side, of course not. You only use Dybala in the middle. But who knows, maybe Dybala and Martial. But let's be serious, you guys. With Ronaldo playing, being at Juventus, you can imagine that's going to get a lot of these Juventus players excited because you've got one of the top players in the world playing. Imagine Dybala learning from Ronaldo, playing alongside him. He's going to be a better player for it. So I can't imagine him thinking, you know what? Oh, Juventus has signed Ronaldo. Yeah, I feel to leave the club now. So that's not going to be happening. Fekir, no, not on the same level. And again, Fekir plays in the middle, you guys. He's a more central threat. You guys are telling me, you're giving me players that play the Mertens role. You're not giving me players that play the Hazard role. That's what I mean. So it gets hard. Lozano, again, I'm not going to lie, other than the World Cup, I haven't really seen too much of him. If there's people that are from Holland or watch the Dutch League, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions if you can, because that'd be interesting. Douglas Costa, of course not. Of course not. Imagine a more skillful Willian that doesn't... Okay, Douglas Costa to me is a more skillful Willian that gets less goals. And you want him to replace Hazard's? Of course not. Mane, I don't know. I don't think Liverpool would sell, to be honest. And I think if they did, if they sold Coutinho for that evil amount of money, imagine what they tried to sell Mane for. So, okay, Super Chat. You guys, apologies to everyone that sends Super Chats. I don't know what the hell is happening. It's just so slow coming up. Okay, thank you. I've got two more. Freusland. Barca has made an offer for Kante. Again, from Sky Sports, let's be serious. You guys, does anyone really care about Sky Sports? I mean, I wouldn't even call them credible, really. I mean, I think people think Sky Sports are credible because they'll have that breaking announcements with their nice graphics, and then they repeat that same story throughout the entire day. Breaking news. This has happened. That's happened. Sky Sports are only good in my opinion. But let's say a player is being signed today, they know how to get all the production team there and that to obviously you know, record everything that's happening in that. But don't really rely on Sky Sports to break any news. They don't really care. I mean, you guys, they have what they do is a lot of times these guys are going on Twitter. They go on Twitter to look for stories. They see what other journalists are doing, etc., etc. And no one should really be caring about Sky Sports as much, if I'm being honest. But what was the question? How am I forgetting? But Barca making an offer for Kante. I mean, whatever offer they make will probably get rejected. And I just can't understand why Barca would want him. I mean, you've got Busquets, Coutinho, Arta, they just signed. Rakitic as well. I mean, why would they need Kante? That makes no sense. And that stupid offer of trying to offer Andre Gomez for Kante, what fucking stupidity. Like, I don't know what Barca are playing at this transfer window, to be honest. Yeah, I think the only decent guy they've signed is Longley so far. Arta looks like a decent one. I mean, unless you're replacing Busquets, then I can't see why they're trying to target Kante, to be honest. Young God Chris, again, man, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. My dream 11 for next year. Oh, you guys love me to answer these long ass questions. Again, I'm gonna be releasing a video on this very soon, but of course you paid your money, so I can't be like wait for the video. Of course not. Again, my dream lineup, if I could do it, would be Hazard, Martial, Bailey, Ruben, Jorginho. Of course, he signed Kante, Emerson. Obviously, you know, Zuma. I want this guy to stay, even though he probably ain't gonna stay, or maybe he might just. It's looking like he's not gonna stay, which is a shame. And obviously Moses and Christensen and Allison in goal. I think that'll be a pretty decent lineup. I think these guys playing together, you know, it's a pretty young lineup as well, meaning that they'll get better in the future. You guys, Sarri improved that team over the 3 seasons. I mean, for example, the past completion stats, you know, for the first 2 seasons, I think Napoli completed like 85% of their passes as a team. In that final season, they got to like 88%. He increased it by another 3%. Now, it might not seem very significant. Oh, 3% is nothing. But imagine you're playing thousands of passes as a team. That 3% is a lot. And for the accuracy to improve by that much, that shows you how much the players, you know, how the players got better. I mean, I think that last season for Napoli reflected it all. I mean, records, points total, crazy amount they got. Any other league, they're winning that. And yeah, that's what I mean, man. Okay, any other questions? Elliot G, thank you for the super chat, man. Yo, Nini, should we resign Thorgan Hazard? I think you only re-sign Thorgan Hazard if you're hoping to do what Real Madrid did with Morata. So you're only signing him if he really is cheap to buy, and you're looking to flip him on. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't really think he has any footballing future at Chelsea. He's not going to take you to another level. He'd be poor squad depth in my opinion, and I think we've got enough squad filler at this moment in time. I don't really think we do need Thorgan Hazard, to be honest. But thank you for that super chat, man. Okay, what other questions? Okay, what other ones? Kane, Murray, Bale to Chelsea or United, Hazard swap maybe. I don't know. I mean, the thing that puts me off with Bale is that you know you can't get a full season from him. I think that's the thing for me that really just puts me off his signature. He's just not consistent enough. You can't spend that amount of money, give a player those amounts of wages to not have him consistently for a season. Like, imagine having Hazard, but he's only playing like 40% of the season. I mean, imagine that, you know? Sean Kenner, hi Nini, is caught up to Madrid a done deal in your opinion? He has had a solid World Cup. I mean, it's look so far. I'm not hearing anything that's 100% confirming it all. But from the reports, from the shit I've been telling you guys already, there's been like a build-up and it's intensifying, So it's looking likely that he could be leaving. So, as I said, if Alisson's his replacement, hey, we still ain't eating good, baby. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, Daniel Pinto. Yes, he had Anthony, but that's not his natural position. Yep. Okay. Lorenzo Lopez. Obviously not on myself, but obviously I have done it. Duh, obviously. Luke Odea, Fakir. Yep. But again, you guys, Fakir is a Martins player. I mean, you need someone to play on the left-hand side. What are you expecting Fakir to do on the left-hand side? Nyla R. I think Belotti is better than Icardi, although Icardi scored more this year. I don't know. Of course, Icardi has his injuries. Let's not forget that. I mean, not Icardi. I mean, Belotti. I mean, I remember last summer when everyone was saying sign Belotti. Everyone got gassed after one season. I was just like, how are you falling for this crap? I mean, please. It literally means nothing. Zaha, worth the money. Now, that's Nashin. Fucking hell. Nashli Yongo's question. Zaha is an interesting one. I kind of feel Zaha should be playing at a higher level. Now, let's be serious. If you're signing Zaha, you're not going to get anywhere near the same output from him that you get from Hazard. But I still think you will get quality. I feel with the exploits he was doing at Crystal Palace last season, I think he's shown that he's ready to play at a higher level. And it's kind of crazy how he hasn't been bought. And it looks like he could be staying at Palace for another year. And you guys, that's how the transfer market is sometimes. You know, you can only buy who's available or when teams need a position filled. And it seems like most teams have that guy on the left-hand side. So it does really reduce what, you know, guys like... It reduces the options for guys like Zaha to go to. But I think he's a great player, to be honest. Okay. Nicholas McCrary, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. What is happening with Roman? What do you mean happening with Roman? If something's happening right now, you guys, I've been at this interview thing the whole day. I literally only got back not too long ago. I don't know what's been happening during the past few hours, but with Roman, I don't know how to answer it, to be honest. What is happening? You guys in the comment section, if I'm not understanding the question, it's been a long ass day, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm not thinking properly. But what do you think Nicholas means by what is happening with Roman? I mean, I hope... If it was a report you read from Twitter about how Chelsea's finances are being blocked, I mean, you should have just ignored that because Roman doesn't pay for things with his credit cards. You know what? So again, that was such a nonsense story when it came out. Asensio would never be on the same level as a Hazard, to be honest. I don't know. The Community Shield would be crazy. Chelsea versus Man City. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of trying to do something different for that Community Shield game. Obviously, I was talking about the idea on Patreon of, let's say, doing like a prize draw for people that pay a certain amount a month. Maybe I could look to do that for the City game at Wembley. I need to like fully think about how I would do it. But I'm not promising anything just yet. But I was thinking maybe of doing like maybe a prize draw maybe on Twitter for someone to come to their game for free. For the obviously I'm not going to pay for your travel in that. That's up to whoever the person is. But it's an idea that I'm thinking of doing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll spend some more time thinking about it. Okay. Joe Tweedy, man, like, the fade is... Hey, you know about that fade. I was getting a lot of compliments for the fade today. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, shout out to the barber. You know who you are. But yeah, honestly, when you get a fresh haircut, you get that fresh fade, you feel like a different person. The confidence... You just turn Super Saiyan, to be honest, with that confidence. What do I think about Daniel Regani? I'm not going to lie, Nyla. I don't see the point or understand why we need him. We kind of... I mean, how many ball-playing defenders do we need? What is he offering that's better than what we have already? I don't see it, to be honest. I really don't understand this Rugani deal. Um, this boss, Golovin, yep, Golovin. Mary, Nini, what is your prediction for next season? Who will finish first to sixth? Well, to you guys, I'm telling you this right now. We're gonna be in a title race next season. Miroslav Ivanov, Morata should stay. I feel like I say this thing Morata all the time. Obviously, with Morata, there's context as to why he had the season he did have. Number one, I think the main thing is playing as a target man. When my guy's never been a target man in his entire career. And then, obviously, personal things as well. New country. And the back injury, which everyone doesn't. Maybe people have been lucky enough to not have back injury. Sometimes I get a bad back, and when I get it, it kind of puts me out for the day. Like, there was one time I had to release a video or something. My back just went up, and I just literally couldn't do anything. I had to just lie down. So, imagine you're playing as a target man in Conte ball system, where all you're dealing with is long balls and pricks from behind pushing into you. No wonder your performance is going to go down. And during that bad spell, his confidence went down as well. Again, at the same time, it shows you with Conte, he's not the type of manager that can bring the confidence back in a player, which is kind of weird. But, it is what it is. But, I mean, Morata, if he had another chance, I definitely think playing in a Sarri system, he'll get more goals. And I think he'll become a bit better for it as well. I think Morata, he's got potential. If he's used and developed in the right way, this guy can do bits. Harry Clark for Jorginho or Kante? Nope. Jorginho will play in the middle. Kante on the right. Again, with Jorginho, he's a regista. He'll be the guy in the middle. The whole point of the regista is to start the attacks from deep as well. Kante can't do it on the same level. Kante, he's going to play. He's not going to play. It's not like proper. It's box to box, but it's not like the traditional box to box in the sense that, like a Lampard or something. It's like a defensive box to box. You know what I mean? I'd probably just, to keep it simple, I think Kante will just play the ball-winning midfielder role, to be honest. So he'll play a crucial part when it comes to us closing opposition down in their own half and pressing really high. Then Kante's going to play a big part in helping us do that. But Jorginho will be the guy in the middle, no doubts about it. So yeah, don't even worry about Kante playing in the middle. Other questions? Boom. Gasman997, thank you for the super chat, man. Madrid will go for Mbappe and Asensio on the left. I don't know, man. Neymar. I think Neymar is a possibility, man. Navbra. Yo, what's the plan with Patreon? Info video coming soon. You know what? I'm personally thinking when it comes to Patreon, I mean, I'll tell you guys this right now. I'm getting a website developed for me because I'm looking to obviously branch out with the content. I'm looking to get a lot more written pieces and stuff. And I really feel for me to make this a full-time thing, I think getting a website will obviously help financially. And also I want to do it properly, I see a lot of people just put out websites with no thought or care. And it just is like, what's the point? I'm trying to treat a website like I treat this YouTube channel. So I think once I'm not going to update Patreon. And in a way, thank you to everyone that backs it with Patreon. I mean, I really appreciate it a lot. You don't understand how much I appreciate it. At the same time, it was always been a surprise to me that when people have done it. It's my fault. I keep saying I'm going to update Patreon and everything. I haven't had the time to do it yet. I personally feel once the website's out and ready, then I can obviously promote the Patreon because I want everything to be ready for you guys immediately. You know what I mean? I don't want you to pay for what if, you know what I mean? Not that you're paying for it, but I don't want you to obviously donate to me until I have everything ready right now. So, yeah, just a bit more patience until the website's finished, to be honest. Okay, obviously Lorenzo Lopez, bro. James Matangu, you guys, I don't know. Montague. James Montague, yes. Who would your starting 11 be with players be out of on the Sarri system? Oh, that is a long-ass question, bro. A real long one. I mean, I swear I answered the question before. I swear I've already answered that. But obviously, to be polite, obviously I'd have Alisson in goal. Emerson, Moses, Zuma, Christensen, Jorginho, Ruben, Kante, Martial, Bailey, Hazard. Tom Weiser, Nini, if Hazard left Chelsea, would you like a front three of Willian on the left, Bailey and Martial? I think if that was the option, I think it could work. And I honestly feel with this fan base, if they saw Willian play in his natural position, they'll get off his back a lot more. The guy's not a shit player. He's been used out of position because Hazard plays on the left. You guys, that 3-month period we saw at the start of 2018, when he was our best player for those 3 months, I don't understand why it took Conte so long to figure it out. Let the guy, give him the freedom where he can roam in the middle and on the left-hand side. You can see what he can do, because Willian is like a Robin in a sense where he likes to cut in and take shots on goal. And he's got a very good shooting accuracy as well. So you get that direct from him, that direct threat from him. If it was like a worst case scenario where we weren't able to replace Hazard, I think for 1 year, I think Willian could do something on the left, especially if he had support of Martial and Bailey as well. So, of course, I'm not saying he's on the same level as Hazard, of course not. But if that was a stopgap solution for a year, because remember, Hazard's replacement is going to be determined to who's available in the market right now. So, worst case scenario, in some alternate universe, if that does happen, it's all right. Young God Chris, want any trap beats for videos? Bro, thank you for that super chat, man. You guys, my email address is in the description. I kind of feel that no one ever looks in the description. You know what I mean? My email is at NiniFC. People can send me inquiries. I do get quite a lot of emails where people ask me about, opportunities like, music beats and stuff like that. Obviously, I appreciate the super chat, man. Thanks a lot. But I don't think there's like a paywall to get to me. You know what I mean? Like I have all my details there for people to come in contact with me. So yeah, I appreciate it. But again, I do appreciate that, man. Thanks. But you guys, I'm not like, obviously we're all the same Chelsea fans, as I'm always saying. I don't want anyone to think I'm like, but to be honest, anytime I do meet people that know me from the channel, honestly, you'd never think I was on YouTube. And it's good, like, no one should be really caring. I'm just like making videos. It's not that big of a deal. Luke O'Day, thank you for that super chat, man. But bro, and anyone that does send a super chat, just please double check to make sure you do put your question in the super chat, because it's going to be hard for me, Luke, to find your question, man. For real, it's going to be hard. There's so many questions coming in and I do feel kind of bad. But again, I do appreciate that super chat. Thanks a lot. K Max, I'll be looking at Patreon later, don't worry. As I keep saying, I feel a lot of times when I do these Q&As, I miss out on a lot of people's questions on here. And I kind of think with Patreon, because the questions are already there and I can go through them one by one, I think I might decide to leave them for the end, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let me refresh. Message deleted. Oh shit. Damn. Oh shit. Hey bro, I appreciate that, man. £20. Oh shit. Hey bro, real talk, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't I don't even feel like I really deserve that much, honestly. But again, fuck, man. I feel like I got to start twerking now or something. Nah, I'm joking. But again, I appreciate that £20, bro. It means a lot that you rate the channel that highly and the content I produce that highly as well. Honestly, man, means a lot. Thanks for that, man. I'm guessing you didn't want a question either. I'm guessing. But again, if you do, yeah, let me know. I'll try to look for it. But again, I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot. And who did that come from? I don't even know what your name is. It just says message deleted. Oh shit, but again, whoever the anonymous guy is, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Okay, got an email. I'll reply to that email. Who is it? Habas. Yep. After I finish the live stream, I'll get back to your email, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, you guys. Damn, that was mad. Okay, Philippe. Golovin and Ruben and Mount isn't that too much? I personally think so too. You guys, I kind of know where Mason Mount's going to be going. I need to find out if I'm allowed to release it, of course. Yeah, I mean, I kind of know where he's going to be going on loan. But I need to find out first if I can actually say, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, you guys, sometimes when I do get told shit, it doesn't mean that people want everyone to know. Sometimes I'm just lucky enough to hear stuff. But then that person doesn't want to lose the trust from, you know, the person they heard it from. But you guys, the only thing I will say is Twitter, social media, it is a bit of like a powerful place. Like, there's a few, like, I'm going to call them elite accounts on Twitter. You'd be surprised how some of these guys actually know some of the Chelsea footballers, how some of these guys know actual footballers. And the crazy thing is, these guys are so low key. They don't tweet nothing. They don't want the clout or nothing like that at all. But there's a few accounts that I've come across who I know where they do have that type of access. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you guys this because this is the reason as to why I can't always say shit straight away. Because let's say let's say some footballers told someone this, they don't want everyone obviously knowing about it. You know what I mean? So I think this is why I've been lucky where I do get told stuff because, you know, I do keep my words. I don't gas. I'm not going to do nothing cheeky. You know what I mean? Like, I always make sure that they can trust me. You know what I mean? So I need to stop saying, you know what I mean? Honestly, you guys, I'm not going to lie. It's been mad. I haven't slept at all. I've been out the whole day. My voice is kind of hurting a bit too. I can't lie. So sorry if I'm sounding like a bit of an idiot. Okay. Yan, I like that name, nice and easy. Yan, apparently we have been told we will have to pay 80 million for Koulibaly. Again, even though he's a great player, I don't really see why we really need him. I don't see why he benefits anything, to be honest. It's a case of diminishing returns. Yeah, so let's say Koulibaly is slightly better than this player. It's not really going to necessarily improve everything, you know. Zaki, yes, bro. Oh shit, that wasn't a question. Marvin, should Chelsea go for someone like Malcolm? Inaki Williams, he's a decent one. I think Dembele, to be honest, he'd be the only one to replace that. Checking super chats right now. I don't know why this is so hard. CFC Anuj, thank you again, bro. Jorginho and Kante, best duo. 100%. I think they'll easily work together with Sarri's system. I mean, we've got all the players in midfield now for his system to work easily. Higuain to Chelsea, be an interesting one. Young God Chris, shit man, thank you again. What loan player do you think will do bits? I think Baker will do bits, especially playing under Bielsa. He's going to be playing as a natural box-to-box player as well, which is going to be good for his career development. What other loan players? I'm trying to think. I think Kennedy, well, again, I think he's going to be a standout for next season. Don't be surprised to see a big team trying to sign him at the end of next season. Who else has been sent on loan? I think there's a few more that will be getting sent on loan soon. But yeah. Okay. Callum Leons, why do you favour Moses over Aspie? I think Aspie would be better suited to that right back position. You guys, I see it like this. Yes, I know Moses was playing as a wing back, but he's playing as a wing back in a Conte system. And you guys, we've watched Conte and this system for 2 years now. How deep do our wing backs get? Let's be serious. They get so deep they're basically playing as fullbacks. And do they get exposed like how Ashley Young gets exposed on the left for England? Of course not, because, you know, they are decent. And I think Moses, you know, playing that kind of niche role in a Conte system, I mean, that's like the best learning experience for him. So I think he can easily transition to playing as a fullback. And let's be serious, Sarri likes his fullbacks to get forward and join the attack. So Moses will be doing the same thing he's already doing for Sarri. I already did for Conte, I mean. Usman, is Alexandra a possibility? Probably not. Unless something crazy like, I don't know, Marcus Alonso gets sold for like stupid amounts of money and some club is dumb enough to spend stupid amounts of money on Marcus Alonso. That's the only possibility as to why I could see us maybe looking into him again. But I think that Alexandro ship's long sailed, man. From what I'm hearing so far, it looks like Man United are pretty close to signing him, which is a shame. Cal Hayes, thank you, bro. Do you think Sarri will utilize our youth talent? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I mean, of course, without having a full pre-season, he hasn't been able to see all these youth players. I don't know. I don't think there'll be... It's weird, you guys. I think we have to let pre-season go through a bit more. We got to see some of the friendlies first, you know what I mean? So we can get a clear understanding of what type of youth players could stay or could leave on loan. But it's looking like quite a few will be going, which is weird, to be honest. So, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't the right season for youth development right now for Sarri. It seems like the club have been taking this out of his control in terms of getting these loan moves set up. And maybe too, it's these guys who want to leave on loan to get game time every time. Yeah, let's say Sarri does rate you and you're Mason Mount. That doesn't mean that you're going to play 40 games in a season. You might get, I don't know, 5 if you're lucky, 10 at most if you're lucky. So, if you have a chance of playing, for a full season, you're going to take that over being rated by the manager and playing 10 games, coming on as a sub for like the last 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So I can understand why maybe a lot of these young guys are trying to force through loan moves because, yeah, they got every right to demand that game time. Zaki Mahmood, Nini, thoughts on James coming Chelsea? James coming to Chelsea since Nini, thoughts on James coming to Chelsea since Bayern aren't keeping him and Courtois for James as a swap deal? It could be interesting. It really could. I don't know. I think, for that Sarri system, he needs to have that pace from his front players. You need that pace. You don't really get that pace from James. I think James makes sense if you want to play similar to, let's say, like a Man City or Tottenham. You got those players that play in the half space. That's what James does. Could he play a midfield in maybe like a Hamsik role? Maybe, but at the same time, I don't know how he is off the ball defensively, to be honest. I don't know him that deep to know if he's good at doing that. I don't know with James. I don't think we don't use that right system where we really need him. Yeah, let's say if we were playing like a Tottenham system under Sarri, then it would make sense because you'd need James in the half space. But yeah, I don't think so, man. I don't think we need James in the deal. If James had pace, though, it becomes a different story. King Oscar, director, yeah, what? Patrick Houston, will Kennedy be in this perpetual state of limbo over the picture of the Chinese guy? Or are we handcuffed due to the marketing in China? A left-footed attacker who can play on the right is what we need. Yeah, of course, Patrick, common sense, common sense, but I mean, this is Chelsea at the same time too. And sometimes, we underestimate the fact that, business is more important. You know what I mean? That's always going to be valued more. And sometimes, some younger players unfortunately pay the price quite a lot, to be honest. Okay, Hamid, Pedro Fabregas out. I'm hoping Pedro goes. I'm hearing it. Who knows? There's a lot of shit that'll be happening pretty quickly now since Sarri's taken over. So think about it like this. I think 14 days. There's like another 20-something days of the transfer window before it does end. So there's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the next 20-something days. Other questions. Bavia, Giroud under Sarri. I think this guy will be a bench player. Shannon, thank you, Shannon. When do you think the decision on Hazard will be made? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I can't really give you a time frame. The only time frame I can give you is just based on logical opinions and guesses. But, I mean, I can't imagine why Chelsea would like to rush any decision with Hazard. If you're Chelsea, you're trying to delay it as long as you possibly can to make it even more difficult for Real Madrid. But, again, honestly, man, thank you for the super chat. But I do find that question pretty hard to answer without just purely speculating. Christian Valadez, thank you, bro. Did Sarri ask for Ballack to be director of football? I know who chose to have him as director of football, but I need to find out if I can actually say it first. So again, it's a bit of a cop out, I do know, but again, you guys know I got to keep it respectful. I got to keep my words, and I can't remember if I can say it or not. But I'm gonna play it safe. If I can say it, then I'll tell you guys. Kwame. Nini, do you think Sarri is gonna win the league in his second season like Mourinho did during his second term? I mean, The thing is with Sarri, as he showed with the spell at Napoli, it was literally instant results straight away. Napoli finished outside top four under Benitez that season. Sarri takes over, I think Napoli gets second. And since then, they've just been third and second throughout. And every year they're getting more points, scoring more goals, etc., etc. So, based on that previous logic, in terms of what he's done at Empoli and Napoli, it's very likely that that could happen. And I don't know. I think kind of going toe-to... Here's why I feel positive to you guys. Look at Man City yesterday, of course, record-breaking season. But if there's anything that Man City showed, it showed, number one, how, the bottom 16 teams that aren't in the top four are pretty useless. And they're really scared when it comes against playing against teams that play football like this. I think, number two, teams have never played against a Chelsea team like this. So they'll be going back to the drawing board from a tactical aspect, because they'll have to rechange all their tactical ideas on how to stop Chelsea, because it'll become a different beast then. So that's going to work in our advantage. On top of that, I think three, there's just naturally the style of football that Sarri encourages and wants causes a lot of problems with teams like this, as Man City showed. The reason as to why Man City, you guys, when I did my season prediction stuff last year, I was making the fact that the team that is going to win the league is going to get the most points against the bottom teams in the league, because I can imagine, at the time, I knew that all the big teams would be taking points off each other. And that's what we saw last year. Certain games Spurs are winning and losing. There was no consistency. And when it came to the big teams playing each other in this league, there wasn't really any standout winner that dominated all of them. Maybe Man City by a tiny bit, but even then, tiny margin. And the advantage Man City had last year was that most of the games they won was on the tactics board already, in the sense that with how they play naturally, that was giving them an advantage against some of the shitty, the shitty teams in this country. So with Chelsea following that same model, to me, it just makes sense that we are going to be causing a lot of problems with teams for this season. Okay, what other questions? You guys, how long have I been doing this for? I've literally lost track of time for how long I've been doing this for. Shit. Because I was thinking ideally of doing this for an hour. I'm not trying to do no 5-minute Nini time, I've got some more super chats. Thank you. George, thanks you for that super chat, bro. Thanks a lot. What do you think about Hazard's comments today? Now, I did actually speak about this earlier on during the stream. I actually spoke about it for maybe 5 to something minutes. But obviously you sent the super chat. I appreciate that. So I'll give you... I'll tell you what I said. Obviously, with Hazard's comments, it was disappointing from, the fan side. Obviously, you got your loyalties to your club. You don't want to hear stuff from your best player coming out like, oh, shit. He would like to leave if the opportunity came. But with how he structured his sentence, and it was kind of weird because obviously when I was reading it, I just kept thinking, I can't imagine that Hazard actually talks like this. It wasn't written in a way where it looked like this was coming from Hazard's mouth, But anyway, yeah, I think it was quite telling, some of the things he was saying. He was saying, yes, I spent 6, great years here. I'm thinking maybe it could be time for a change. You probably know who the club is. If anything was to happen, it's going to come down to whether Chelsea let me go. So obviously reading between the lines, that basically means that whatever club pays the money that Chelsea want for Hazard, then he can go. But then it's not as if Chelsea want 50 million. Chelsea want probably 200 million for Eden Hazard. And the point I'm trying to make is, I can't imagine Real Madrid spending that type of money on someone like Hazard, because number one, no one's buying, people won't buy Hazard's name on the back of his shirt like they would do if it was Neymar or Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Hazard isn't going to sell 1 million shirts with his name on the back. And when Madrid make some of these big boy signings like this, there's a reason why they go for the super Galactico type of players, because those super Galactico players, with their image rights, all the commercial deals on their name, their advertising value as well, they become an investment for Real Madrid, an investment for them. And I kind of feel that I can't imagine Madrid being happy to spend that type of 200 million on Eden Hazard and obviously expect to make money from it. I think it makes more sense from what we're hearing too, that Madrid are pursuing Neymar. I think that makes much more sense that that is the reality. Neymar really is the only one that can go near the same level as, having, look at the deals Neymar has. I mean, the face of Nike, the face of this, the face of that. The guy's been in movies as well, that stupid Triple X film as well. You're not going to see Hazard doing them type of stuff, So, I can't imagine Madrid spending that money. I feel that Hazard is going to stay because no one's going to pay the money for him because it's too much. And I feel that after a month, he'll get over it. He'll realise, actually, you know what? Earning more than 300k a week with this new contract ain't too bad. And you know what? I'm actually enjoying playing football. Mertens was right. It is fun playing under Sarri. And I think you'll forget about Real Madrid pretty soon, to be honest. But at the same time, that's my opinion with what's happening currently. But who knows? Football changes. As I said, you guys, I'm still hearing that Hazard will be signing a new contract. And here's the thing. I've actually got a new perspective on it now. Because as I said, I'm still hearing that Hazard is going to be signing a new contract that is going to be 5 years. Plus 300k a week. Now think of it like this. What if Hazard purposely made this statement because he's thinking, you know what? Maybe he's having like cold feet. It's like, actually, if I sign this 5-year contract, I'm never leaving Chelsea. I'll never be able to experience a new league or do this or do that. Let me, for the final time, let me put myself on the market. Let me sell myself to Real Madrid. Now, as I said, if Chelsea are happy, then they'll let me go. Which is basically saying, if you pay the money they want, then I can sign for you. And I kind of see it as like a last resort thing. And here's the thing, as I keep saying, they're not going to pay that money. He's not that type of investment from a marketing point of view. I see Hazard staying and he'll be fine after a month. And then you guys next year will forget about all of this because we'll be doing bits. So yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. And hopefully everyone hears me talking about this because I think it's the 3rd time I'm talking about Hazard already. And I really don't want to talk about Hazard again, you guys. So I beg. Christian Valadez, my guy. If Rugani comes, who's the complementary partner centre-back now? This is weird because I kind of feel with Rudiger, Christensen, Luiz, I can't really see what Rugani's offering that's different or better to the players that we have already. I just don't really get it, to be honest. I think out of all the players, Rugani just seems kind of pointless to me. Like, why spend 40 million on a position we don't need? Why can't we reinvest that 40 million in an actual position we need? Let's say, I don't know, if a player we want to try and sign, the club says, actually, we want 10, 20 million more. Now, it makes sense to spend that on that type of player instead of wasting 40 million euros on Rugani, who I can't imagine him improving the team. I mean, for God's sake, the guy was a squad player at Juventus. They had high hopes for him when they sold Bonucci to do things. He still couldn't get in the first team. Benatia was playing over him. They have replaced him with Caldara. And people at Juventus, Caldara's been doing bits for Sampdoria. People at Juventus are thinking, Caldara could be the guy we need. I think the fact that that Juventus are happy to sell Rugani, I think it kind of says it all. I just can't really understand why we're going for the guy. And when I say it like this, I'm not trying to give the impression that, obviously he's a shit player. Of course not. He's good. But he's not better than what we have. And I just don't see why the time's being wasted, to be honest. I really don't. And I'm just praying, a small part of me hopes it's just some like Italian media stuff, What other questions? Boom. Reno87. Hazard is a 3rd choice at the moment for Madrid. Exactly. Neymar, Mbappe, Hazard. You know what I mean? Galactus Pro. Yep. Chris Douglas. Rugani is a solid player. Exactly, you're right. Mad boy. Last one from me. Which of our players is most at risk of not fitting in with Sarri? Bro, you said it. I mean, actually, no, with Bakayoko, you guys, you're going to enjoy the Sarri videos I got coming up. Oh, shit, that reminds me. Now, you guys, I'm going to do a bit of a cop-out. Now, you guys, I released a schedule on my community page in terms of the types of videos that will be coming out. And I've taken a decision where I'm not going to release the first Sarri related video tomorrow, because tomorrow is the World Cup final. And as I've been seeing recently, I think today really summarised it for me. The minute a World Cup game's on, the views completely die down. Once the game's over, the views aren't the same. It's taken me a lot of time to do these videos. I'm not going to jeopardise it because of the World Cup. I don't think it would be very smart, to be honest. Tomorrow I'll release a transfer daily video. I'll keep it at that. And then for Mondays, and I'm releasing all the sexy ass videos. So I think that's the safest thing. Once the World Cup's out the way, I think it's better. No distractions for people. More views for me, of course. And yeah, obviously my hard work ain't gonna go to vain. Omar, please shout me out. You guys, shout out to Omar Shalabi. Thank you, bro. And Nini, shit it out. Is that what you were saying afterwards? I think you had a bit of a typing error there, mate. The pro reviewer, yes. Real talk. It's still the longest username that I see on this chat. But who do you think will be our next? Who do you think our next signing will be? Again, I'm gonna have to speculate. I don't know who's gonna be the next one exactly right yet. I think maybe for me, I think Golovin. And the reason why I'm saying it is his parents have just been confirming that Chelsea have been talking to him. And I think once the parents just like bait them out like that, then I think, things are really close. So I think wouldn't be surprised that that Golovin could be the next one. Maybe potentially Regani. Okay, YouTuber 3005. Nini, do you think Chelsea will ever do a deal with a company like Amazon or Netflix, like Juventus and Man City? Yeah, I think so. Wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. Who knows, maybe with Amazon or something as well. I think at the time when that deal was proposed to Chelsea, with the shit that was happening with Conte behind the scenes, I mean, can you imagine? Imagine with the shitstorm that Conte brings. Imagine you have got some... you got these film recorders, these video recorders, just like recording everything happening behind the scenes. If you had guys like that coming to Chelsea at that time, you definitely know they're going to see some types of madness sometimes. And they're definitely going to leak that stuff out. So Chelsea aren't taking any risks at all. They're taking every precaution. From a business point of view, it was smart. It wasn't the right time to have Netflix coming around to see this and that. The company needs to be managed properly. I mean, like with Juventus. I mean, quotes from the director. He was saying, like 5 years ago, in the next 5 years, we'll be able to afford a pair like Ronaldo. Proved it. He signed Ronaldo for a crazy amount of money. The club's well run, especially at a board level as well. So yeah, of course, when everything's properly in order, you can afford to have these guys coming in. Okay, Die Potato. Wait, is Sarri officially a Fulham player? Yeah, bro. Sarri did sign for Fulham. Sebastian Nini, are you the Blue Line on Instagram? I'm not. I actually do have an Instagram. It is Blue Lines TV, but you guys, I'm not really doing anything with it. I'm not going to lie, I've never been a social media guy. I've never had a personal Instagram account. I've never really used Facebook. I don't use Snapchat. But, I want to do different things for Instagram. I really do. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm looking at my Instagram now, because I had a friend that was running it for me. But I don't know what the hell's been happening, because I never see, to be honest. So far, what was the last post? My last post was in March. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna properly revamp Instagram. Of course, with Instagram TV out, I've got some ideas for how I want to. Because here's the thing, I don't want to have something for the sake of it. I want to provide something that's worth going to use it. I'm not that type of person. For me, because I see it like this: if I don't use something and I don't care about it, how can I then get you guys to care about it? It would just be kind of dishonest in a way. So until I find a reason to care about using Instagram or something, I'm not going to promote it, Okay, what other questions? Yeah. Okay. Christian Valadez, sorry I missed your other question. Did Sarri... Oh, yeah, I didn't miss it. Sorry, asked for Balak. Okay. You guys, I'm probably going to be on for another 17 minutes before I keep it moving. So you guys, if anyone wants like any questions, like they desperately want their question prioritized, the super chat function is there. Just to give you guys a warning, because obviously, you know, I do miss out on a lot of questions. Edmondo, how do you think Kante will be played under Sarri? He'll be played exactly the same as how Alan was played. You guys, the tactics video is just going to explain everything. Honestly, I think it's the best ones when I do release it. I've seen a few of them, but I mean, I haven't really been too impressed, because I'm thinking there was one I saw. The video was like 6 minutes long, and I'm thinking, how the hell can you produce a 6-minute video on Sarri ball and you think you're being serious? Come off it. Sarri ball is not a 6-minute video. It's definitely not. It's only a 6-minute video if all you're doing is regurgitating stuff you're reading. If all you're doing is copying shit without knowing what you're talking about, then that's when Sarri ball can be a 6-minute video. You guys know I like my details and my context too much to keep it anything shorter. Okay, Rob Stephenson, thank you, bro. Your question is Golovin, Kante, Jorginho. That is a complete. Is that a complete midfield? I mean, it is. Golovin playing the Hamsik role, the guy that breaks the lines, goes forwards. You know, creates that 4 up top when he obviously attacks the spaces, and he becomes that option to do a lot of 1-2s with as well. You've got Jorginho, of course. My guy is the same Jorginho from Napoli, best regista. And you've got Kante playing the ball-winning midfielder role, of course. When we press high, closing down opposition, he's very good on the board as well. And of course, with Kante, all Kante has to do is just pass to Jorginho, pass to Golovin. The thing is, in this system now, we're going to see an even better Kante, because, you know, we won't have to pretend to ourselves that Kante needs to create. Kante will never be a creator. He doesn't have it in his locker. Kante, for me, is like a genius, world-class player when it comes to playing up from the back. He's so quick on the ball, but anytime Kante gets closer to goal, he becomes much slower with his passing decisions. I just kind of think that the systems we've been using under Conte, it should never have got to a point where you're relying on creativity from Kante. None of us should be caring about that. We shouldn't be caring at all about creativity from Kante. Yeah, it might make him a more complete individual player, but it's not going to benefit the team. I mean, the creativity we're going to have from the fullbacks, from Golovin, from Jorginho, from Hazards, that's enough. And I think Kante can just do what he does and be world class at it. Another super chat, thank you, bro. Chelsea FC, thanks, man. What do you think has been the best? Okay, sorry. Who do you think has the best chance of breaking into the first team? Mount, Boga, Masinda, or Tammy Abraham? Now, out of all them, I think that the guy most likely to stay would be Charlie Masinda, to be honest. I think he'd be most likely to stay. Maybe he'd be a nice backup option. It looks like Boga will be going to Sassuolo. Tammy Abrahams, I think he definitely needs a loan move. It makes no sense for this guy to come back to Chelsea now. He needs to have, I think, another 2 seasons, to be honest. I mean, he needs to give Chelsea a reason as to why he's first team material. Now, of course, if we invested time in him, he could be that guy. Chelsea will never do that. Let's be serious. And I think I see all those other 3 guys leaving on loan. I think maybe Masinda's the only player that has a chance of obviously staying at the club and being like a backup option. Again, man, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, what other questions? Oh yeah. Okay, I got 2 more super chats, but it keeps saying message deleted. So yeah, again, whoever sent them, I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Will Rayner, thank you, Will. You good? Do you think Kante will score more in a Sarri system? Maybe. I mean, Alan scored some goals. And I think, obviously, keeping the ball more in the opposition half and playing most of our football in the opponent's half, naturally that means there'll be more opportunities for Kante to maybe play a bit closer to goal. I mean, it's an interesting point. I think there's a possibility where maybe Kante could get more goals. But by more goals, it doesn't mean he's going to get 10 goals. Let's say if Kante gets 2 goals a season, maybe Kante might get 3 or 4 goals for the season instead, you know. We'll be playing weaker opposition in the Europa League. Could be possibilities for him to score there, who knows. But as I said, let's say if Kante gets 2 goals, maybe next year he might get 3 or 4. So, I mean, it's nothing too crazy, to be honest. Other questions. Nitesh, what's your thoughts about Kurt Zouma? His number's been given to our new signing. Now, you guys, a lot of times, like, for example, Martial, when Ibrahimovic signed, Ibra took his shirt number. Martial just got a different one. It could be a possibility with Zouma, but you guys, as I've been telling you all the time, it's looking likely that Zouma will probably be the next Nathan Ake, where he does get sold with a buyback fee. That's what I'm seeing right now. It's a shame. I don't understand how he became shit to people at Chelsea all of a sudden. But again, if you see things from a business point of view, where yes, Zouma can make us money this window, because I think ideally Chelsea would probably still like to sell 1 or 2 players, you know what I mean, just to help balance the books a bit more. Then you can understand why Chelsea would look to sell Zouma with a buyback option. And Barkley too, I can imagine Barkley being sold. Again, Conte himself said it, investment signing. And now, I don't get why people, I keep stressing this all the time. My personal opinion was he was an investment one. The main boss at the time, Conte himself, said in the press conference, he's a great investment signing. You're not accidentally saying that. It literally said completely what the deal was. And that's why Conte didn't care about him at all. And I can't imagine the club caring about him, and all they care about is how much money they can make from him. Something tells me, it's my own personal opinion, but something tells me don't be surprised to see Barkley sold in January. Because you know why? Of course, probably the craziest report out of everything that's happened the past 2 days is reports of Lucas Barrios from River Plate signing for us in January. Now, this is coming out from, I think, that Colombian reporter and stuff from Argentina. I don't know if it can be confirmed. At the same time, I can't imagine why he would lie like that. Or maybe it's some premature news where maybe he thinks the deal is close to happening. But you guys, the deal was close for Sarri, and then we didn't sign him in the end because we moved to another target instead. Maybe hypothetically it could be another situation with Barrios. Or maybe with Barrios coming, maybe he's going to be another Barkley. And of course, if he's coming, that means other guys are leaving. So, again, I think the Barrios situation is something I want to get more info on, because it just came out the blue that this was confirmed. And at the same time, I mean, Chelsea would have confirmed it now. Maybe they might confirm it later on. So, I don't know. I mean, if anything, I think you'll hear about Barrios maybe at the end of the window. Like, if Chelsea were to, like, really like, officially announce it. Okay. Nini, you good, bro? You seem knackered. Ali, man, it's been a long day. Like I said, I've got no sleep. I've been out the whole day promoting this thing. I've come back, literally, when I came back from the yard, I spent 5 minutes eating quick munch. And then I did a live stream straight away. So, I haven't had any time to myself. And obviously, I got to release some more videos and shit for tomorrow. So, but at the same time, I do like doing this. And obviously, we're all men. You gotta like grind. You gotta put your grind on. You know what I mean? You gotta work for what you want. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, George, think Ampadu will stay or go on loan? For me, I think Ampadu is definitely he's going to be sent on loan. I just can't imagine him. I can't imagine Ampadu having any space in the team. I mean, we're stacked in defence. We're stacked in midfields. I can't imagine him doing anything. And I think he definitely needs a loan move. And I don't know. I've always thought, Ampadu at centre-back, that will be his best position. But who knows? Who knows if Derby County might decide to sign him on loan? Could be a possibility. Andy, Oras, any updates on Bailey? No, when I have updates, I'll tell you. Yes, Ali. Respect to Nini, the grind never stops. Committed content creator. You guys know, man. Obviously, how many videos have I think I've released that Nini more than. I think I'm close to releasing more than 500 videos or something. So you guys know, like, I'm always trying to just grind, man. Bob Smith, That's the whitest name. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. What do you think? Who do you think Chelsea should offload this summer? Well, I need to see Pedro just kicked out the club. Not even sold. I want to see someone kick him out the club. I'm sick of that guy. Johnny Drinkwater, I just don't think he's needed anymore. I don't think he's a shit player. I just don't think he was ever needed. I think Bakayoko too. I mean, I don't really think we need him. This talks of Sevilla being interested is very, very interesting because I think that could be that's the type of club that Bakayoko needed, where Sevilla's are the type of club where if you're gonna be a top class player, you're gonna prove it at a club like the Stepping Stone club, and I think that's what Bakayoko definitely needs. I think it would be smart for him to go on loan there, to be honest. Keenan, I think Barkley can prove us wrong. Abdi, I never liked Pedro. Yep. Marcel later. Do you think Hazard is just reinforcing his pressure? Oh, bro, you know what? I've been speaking about Hazard so much. I don't think I can talk about it anymore. I know it sounds really douchey because obviously I answered your question. But yeah, I think I've broken down Hazard too many times. I think everyone will fall asleep if I say it again. Sorry about that, man. Okay. Brandon, what's the fee? Nope, no Hazard talk. I've already spoken about Hazard 3 times already. After the stream finishes, that's like, I don't know. Look for the part when I'm saying it. Sebastian, thank you, Sebastian. Check out the Blue Line on Instagram. Could you check out the Blue Line on Instagram? Again, I don't use Instagram, man. Like I was saying earlier, until I find a reason to provide something worthwhile, I'm not really doing it. But I think I'm on Instagram now. The Blue Line. Okay. Okay. Nice. The Blue Line. It sounds awfully close to Blue Line's TV. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. It sounds awfully close, but yeah. Fair enough. I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest. You guys, I'm on for 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna go. But yeah, Sebastian, I looked on the Blue Line. But if that's your Instagram account? Yeah, nice Instagram account. 5 more minutes, you guys, and then after that I'm gonna be answering the Patreon questions. And then after I've answered the Patreon questions, I'm going to go to... You know what? I'm going to watch Love Island because I can be pretty basic. Yes, even me, I can be a basic fuck. I will be watching Love Island with my green tea and my donut. And after I finish watching Love Island, I'm going to be going to sleep and just sleep like a baby. Murat deserves another season. Yes, T. I think if he was here another year, it's not the end of the world. It's really not. Harry Clark, who is Jorginho's number 5? Ruben, yeah. Why is Jorginho number 5? RLC to be the new number 8. I don't know. He's just number 5. Lorenzo, any updates on the beards? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I gotta obviously shout out the barber for making the beard look better. But also, I didn't realize, obviously, some of the people in the comment section made me realize I need to step up my beards game a bit more. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really basic when it comes to like hygiene and stuff. Not that I'm dirty. Like for me, I'm kind of weird. For example, I've got my scrub. I scrub my skin. I've got soap for my body, but I'm weird. I like to use antibacterial soap for like my private areas. Like I only use antibacterial soap near them areas. You know what I mean? I'm weird like that. But then after that, all I do is I just put face cream on my face afterwards, and that's that. Yeah, I'll brush my hair obviously, but I don't do anything with my beards. And obviously, I spoke to my barber today. I was telling him, yo, some of these people on YouTube are like, right, your beard's looking kind of dead. What's happening? And obviously, it's like, you need to get some beard oil. You need to brush your beard regularly, every single time. Brush it and brush it to get that volume out. Get the beard oil as well to keep your beard looking soft. And I was just like, yeah, I need to. So obviously, thank you to you guys for helping me fix up to maintain my beard. So, you know what I mean? That's my goals for this year, basically. Let's get that beard game stronger. Other questions. News on Ruben? Nah. As I said, if I hear something, I will. As I keep stressing, I don't know everything about every single player happening every single day. Like, this is what I mean by, like, unrealistic expectations. When I hear certain stuff, I'll say it. But you guys got to keep your, like, expectation levels serious too. Like, I don't know everything about every single player. What's happening to the Rugani deal? Any news? I don't know what's happening just yet. As I said, I haven't heard anything about it. It's coming out from the Italian media. I like to be transparent. I'm not going to lie or pretend or nothing. I'm just going to say it. What other questions? Okay. You guys, you literally got me for 2 more minutes. If anyone wants any urgent questions answered on Super Chat, now's your chance. After that, I'm going to be answering the Super Chat questions. No. I'm going to be answering the Patreon questions. And then after that, yeah, I'm going to be watching Love Islands. Okay. So I'll wait for you guys. You got me 1 more minute. Okay. Will we sell Cahill? Not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. Hygiene Lines TV. Willian for Dembele. Hey, if it happens, it happens, innit? Tom Vicentini. I've bought tickets to Chelsea vs Liverpool as my first game, but I'm so confident we're gonna smash them. Should I worry? Honestly, man, I don't. It's so early to even start worrying about anything. Let's get this transfer window period out the way. Let's wait for the pre-season games to come first. Don't even worry about that. If you're gonna go to that game, I'm gonna be there too. Obviously, it'd be nice to meet up or something afterwards. Nathan Jerome, who do you think will improve the most under Sarri? That is a good question. Who will benefit the most under Sarri? Now, it depends. We haven't finished signing certain players. We'll be targeting a few more young guys. What players currently? I think Ruben. I can imagine bits to happen with Ruben. Sarri doing bits with Ruben. Who else? I like to see what Emerson does. I think Emerson playing that Gulam role. And this is why, I don't know, I hope that Sarri ain't going to go for experience. Or if he tries it with Alonso, I hope he quickly realises that actually Alonso isn't the guy for me to play in my system. I think Emerson needs a chance. With his attributes, he complements what we want. He is like a Gulam in a way. I think he could benefit a lot. And, I think maybe Hazard would be interesting to see as well. You guys, I think that's it now. I'm going to start answering the Patreon questions, and then you guys, it's going to be over. You guys at Patreon, I'm answering them right now. Ina, yes, you good. Hey Nini, if Chelsea had allowed Conte to go to Real Madrid, Hazard would not be thinking about joining them. Do you think Chelsea need to take more risks? But here's the thing, it wasn't that Chelsea didn't block Conte from going to Madrid. What happened was that obviously it's not. Remember the situation when Conte sent the text to Costa. Costa was with the Spanish national team. You guys, it's very like players will talk to each other every single time it happens. They're friends. They know each other. They're gonna talk about what's happening with training, this, that, all of that type of stuff. With Conte's reputation, because a lot of players have been complaining about him at this club. Obviously, Ramos has a lot of influence at Real Madrid too. Obviously, he's the captain. He's respected a lot. The board people speak to him as well. What I was hearing, it was obviously, maybe Ramos having a word saying Conte ain't the right guy after hearing stuff from some of the Chelsea players about him. So yeah, I think that's why Conte wasn't approached by Real Madrid in the end. Even though, no, he was approached, but then they didn't develop their interest because, yeah, they were put off by Conte, to be honest. I think if that did happen, it would have worked. I mean, Chelsea would have wanted that to happen because then you're not paying that compensation package, And because that, Sarri, Conte's under contract. That would have meant that Real Madrid would have to pay Chelsea to take Conte away from them. So I think Chelsea were hoping for a situation like that to happen, but unfortunately it never did. K-Max, yo, what's up, Nini? What about Dybala? Maybe not as fast, but the guy is proven and a team could be built around him. We could offer that crazy money we get for Hazard. Again, if you're signing someone like Dybala, you're playing him up front. He's playing that Mertens role. You're not going to play him on the left or the right. To get the best out of him, you're playing him in the middle. Maybe. But again, I can't imagine it happening because with Ronaldo being at Juventus, I can imagine Dybala wanting to play beside Ronaldo. Will Rayner, yes, Will, you good? Hey man, how sure are you that Hazard is staying? Okay, I've already answered that one. Okay, Jorginho is a regista. Can you briefly explain what a regista really is and what he can offer? Will, you know what, man? I'm going to be having a player analysis video on Jorginho. Honestly, man, wait for that. That's going to do more justice to my answer. There's going to have the footage behind it. It's going to be very analytical. I'm covering everything. So I'm telling you guys, you're definitely going to like this player analysis video. Christian Valadez, jeez. Marina's statement on Sarri said his coaching method. Okay, Christian, he said Marina's statement on Sarri. What is wrong with my head today? Marina's statement on Sarri stated his coaching methods significantly improved the players at his disposal. You guys, if Marina can see it herself, then certain people on Twitter should shut up. I'm not gonna lie. Which tells me the club is aware of his ability to develop players. Yes, you're right. I know you said the club mentioned the youth academy to Sarri. Sarri also spoke about them as well. But do you think they really stressed the idea of youth development or just kind of mentioned it like a side task? Well, they wanted to hear thoughts on player development in general. As I was making the point, you guys, with some of these players going out on loan, a lot of these guys are trying to find their own loan moves. Because here's the thing, yeah, I'm sure Sarri would rate them and love to work with them, but the reality is these guys don't want to play 5-10 games a season. They want to play consistently. So it's natural that they're going to look for good loan moves that they think complement their abilities. So it's not even necessarily Chelsea are lying again about youth. It's a lot of these youth players wanting to leave on loan. But yeah, I mean, you said it very well. And yeah, I think, there's definitely going to be improvement in the players working under Sarri. Josh Banks, yes, man. Okay, another Hazard question. Yep, I've answered that already. K-Max, I guess you will address it, but thoughts some, yep, I've answered. Okay, so everyone on Patreon just wanted to know about Hazard, so... Okay, fair enough. So I think that saves me a lot of time then. And I kind of feel that I've answered it pretty well. So, yeah, I'm still going on, Claude. Yeah, you probably left. You probably woke up the next day, did your business, went to bed, woke up again, and I'm still here. Yeah, bruv, real talk. Kai's Heisel, I'm so sad about Hazard. Oh, I'm not talking about Hazard. Spoke about him 3 times in this stream already. And you guys, Tiggs, what you saying? Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to make sure no one sent any super chats. I haven't missed them, I hope. Okay, I haven't missed them. You guys, I'm going to be ending the stream today. Now, tomorrow I'm going to release a Transfer Daily video. I might even release another live stream, but it's not going to be a Q&A one. It's most likely going to be like a discussion live stream with someone like Joe Tweedy or another guest. So probably stay tuned for that. I'll confirm it later on if that is going to be the case. You guys, exciting times are coming. I kept telling you guys, keep the faith. Obviously, keep faith in the process as well. Good times are coming. A lot of things are going to be happening very, very quickly now. Jorginho and Sarri came today. A lot of people here, and I kept seeing them comments like, oh, what are you talking about? Sarri, Conte stain, stop gassing us, all that dumb stuff. And obviously, Jorginho too, it. No one believing it. Well, it's time to believe because they're in a Chelsea shirt. They are in the club. They have signed to us. You know what? In a way, it hasn't really sunk in because I've been speaking about this for such a long time. Talking about all this news, the times I've done exclusive stuff, the times when I'm giving my opinions on what's coming out from the press. It's been like it's been like the Frieza saga from Dragon Ball Z, basically. It's just going on. Then it's turning into something else. Then there's a mini arc in between, and then there's another mini arc in between. And it's just like finally ended. And it's just like the whole series is over right now. It hasn't sunk in just yet. I think when I see that first pre-season game, then it's going to hit me. And I've never been as excited ever to wait for the new season to start and to watch games live. I honestly feel every single week now there's going to be anticipation from everyone. in regards to that excitement at watching amazing football, and then obviously all your money being worth it, you know? I don't think we really had this feeling for a long time, and I think in a way it's like the first time there's been a lot of optimism and hope. And finally Chelsea are starting to do things in the right manner, in the right ways. So yeah, it's exciting. Nick Blakely, you sent a Patreon question. Luckily, I'm just seeing it just in time. Nick, I'm not seeing a Patreon question. I'm not seeing one. I went through all of them. Sometimes with Patreon, it can be a bit annoying because when you refresh to get the messages, it doesn't come up for a while. So I'm gonna check my email to see if you've what you've sent. Sorry about this, Nick. Okay, Nick. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. It's a post though. Oh, this is why. Because you guys don't send it as a message. You send it as a post. So that's why I don't see it. You guys, if you're on Patreon, just send me a message. Don't send me a post because I'm not going to see it. Because most times I don't have my email up. So I'm not going to get those notifications. And in the side panel, it doesn't show you notifications for posts. So I'm never going to think to look there. So sorry about that, Nick. Your question is, hey Nini, how do you see Golovin, Jorginho, Kante midfield playing out? It's going to play out exactly the same as how Alan, Hamsik and Jorginho did. Literally, Kante, Golovin are players stylistically in the vein of Hamsik and Alan. Maybe, you know, of course, Kante is a much better player than Alan. Golovin, it'd be interesting to see if he can become a Marek Hamsik. Jorginho is Jorginho. Yeah, so yeah, man, that's basically it. But yeah, I was feeling sick then. I was ending the stream with a nice little speech. Now I've just had to break it up now. So thanks for that, Nick. But you guys, I'm gonna keep it moving. It's time for Love Island. It's 12:40. I want to get some sleep tonight for the first time. So you guys, thank you for watching it. Good times are coming. Of course, if you ain't seen it, or if you just want to back it again, watch the announcement video I released today on Jorginho and Sarri. And you guys, if there's any other content that you do want to keep watching, my exclusive playlist, that's the best stuff to watch, because I think that's kind of like the timeless stuff where, you know what I mean? Like, for example, the stuff on Marshall or Bailey, whatever, the tactic stuff on Conte, all those videos are there. Or if not, if you want something long to listen to, watch the live stream I did with Joe Tweedy and Alex Goldberg on Sarri. It's like an hour, or it's like 45 minutes. It goes in depth, so you guys are going to like it. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Line CV. See you guys later.